Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes.
Robert O'Dean, we got a great interview with us
Yes, we do.
today. Who do we have with us today, my brother?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have this young man. He has been doing this thing for a long time, and you've heard his music. And if you don't know him, you will know him after today. This young man is just everywhere. Look on the internet. He's directing a group at some award show. He's singing with Donald Lawrence, doing a lot of great things. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only DeWayne Woods. Welcome to the Wake Up Morning Show.
What's happening? How y'all doing?
We
We
are
are
blessed,
blessed.
blessed, blessed.
Good, good,
Yeah,
good, good, good. Can y'all hear me okay? I'm in
yes.
Yes,
my sanctuary space, so I know sometimes it can get a little noisy, but
Yeah,
as long as y'all can hear me.
I'm just going to just ask, this jump off in it because,
Okay,
we always say, who you are, who your people are, where you're from, and all the other thing. But I want to just ask the first question. Has
okay.
anybody ever told you look like Richard Smallwood's cousin?
All the time.
and he
Everybody
does.
says that
Yeah,
they say it. It's like right up in here. You can see Richard all over me.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's my guy. That's one of the first things I kind of played with him when I first met him. I said, "My mama told me you my daddy."
Right, right.
But the funniest thing is that the reason why I say that is because I watch you direct, teach, and mannerisms, and you have a lot of his mannerisms, his professorship look, his elegant presentation. And so I always wanted
Yes,
to ask you,
Dwayne got an old spirit.
I,
Dwayne's
I
got an
do.
old
I really
spirit.
do. I have
Call
to
it
say
what it
that.
yeah.
is.
No, I just wanted to ask if
Right.
if they were related, they cousins or something.
We all
No,
are.
we haven't found ourselves related, through bloodline, but I know we definitely related in the spirit. And Richard has been a great, great, great major mentor and influence in my life. He and I share a great relationship, and so definitely keep him in prayer. God is doing some things with him as well, but it's always an honor whenever anybody mentions Richard Smallwood's name in conjunction with mine, whether it's look alike, whether it's act alike,
Right.
all of that. That is somebody definitely that you would want to emulate and have a part of your life. So
Yes.
thank you.
What people don't know is that you're from Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City,
How
Missouri.
did this Kansas City young man just evolve in the music industry? You came not out of nowhere, because if anybody knows anything about gospel music, you started with John P. Key.
Yeah, I did. Actually, John P. Key, I did a demo for a friend of mine. It's convoluted, but I can make it make sense. I did a demo for a friend of mine. We were singing at a wedding for her. John P. Key's attorney was the best man at the wedding. Heard
Wow.
me sing, took me back to John. We got in the studio, did a little bit of work with the John's manager and I, and then that's how the relationship kind of started with John P. Key. But he had never really heard me sing live until I was in the Carolinas and I did a play. And he came to support me in the play. And from then on, he was like, I don't know what you're doing tonight, but you go get on the bus with us and you going on tour. I said,
Right.
hey, no problem at all. And so that was the beginning of that relationship. And then I toured with John P. Key and New Life. I think I was with them maybe 3 or 4 years. I'm on the Show Up project
Hmm.
with them as well, doing 2 songs. I'm on the video. I'm the one with the chicken grease on the video
Mhm,
on the side of my
Right.
face because we was shouted down on our way to the stage. But
mhm.
so I've been rolling for a very, very, very long time, like we said, since the early '90s.
Yeah. Now I didn't know you were from Kansas City,
Yes.
Missouri.
Born and
My
raised.
my my father and family come from Joplin,
Yeah,
Missouri.
yeah,
And so there must be some soul ties up in there. Let,
for
let's just
sure, for sure.
let's just talk about how did you get into the music business? Are you part of a big family? Was your family and singers? I'm gonna ask the question that Robert always says. Did you start off on the drums?
Believe it or not, I was born. I could honestly say I was born after Sunday morning service, almost on the church pew. But in Kansas City, my mother was a well-known singer in the city. She was traveling all over the place recording. My church choir was also a recording choir. So I've always been around music. My family wasn't a big music family, but we all individually kind of worked in the music industry. My sister was a part of a community group, which was a group that I joined. I started following her around rehearsal, and I joined that group. From there, we started working with Daryl Coley, believe it or not. And so during that time, he and I got a chance to make a connection and form a bond as well. So I definitely say that my roots are established in the Kansas City, Missouri area. So many groups, so many people that I've had an opportunity to work with there. And I started traveling with a gospel stage play. That was where I would almost say, kind of national recognition started. I started with a play called "A Good Man Is Hard to Find,"
Hmm.
and I toured with them for many, many, many years. We actually came to San Diego too. I remember when I first moved here, I was in the area that we were staying in, and I was like, "Oh, this is very familiar," but I remembered it from the play. But yeah, I've been kind of been doing it for a very, very long time. Of course, John P. Key. From John P. Key, I started traveling with Donald Lawrence and Tri City Singers, which I'm still a member, and that's still a part of everything that Donald does. And then from there, I started working with Byron Cage. I was the vocal producer for um, probably about 4 or 5 of Byron's records. I was singing on "The Presence of the Lord Is Here." I was one of the background singers because I was part of the Kirk Parsons group at the time. So I sang on that, and then from there started working with him with his background vocals and started to produce those vocals with him. And I'm trying to go through my timeline, but it's so hard to remember because it's so God has
Atlanta
really been
Star.
good to me.
Atlantic Star.
Atlantic Star, absolutely. Yeah, I was singing with Atlantic Star actually when I was singing with John, believe it or not. So I was 21 years old and started traveling with at the group Atlantic Star. I was in New York doing another demo session in the studio, and the group, the guys, the brothers, Jonathan and Jason, were in the studio next to me. They came over and we hung out, and their brother David, who sang "Always" and "Secret Lovers" and all of
Hmm.
that, he went into full time ministry. And so they were like, "Our brother's not with us, and we got to do some dates. Can you look like us? Can you come and join
Right, right.
join the family?" And so I joined the family from there, and I did a couple of records with Atlantic Star, a couple of international records. If you go on their Instagram feed and their sites, you'll see me all over the place because they love to promote what it is that I'm doing as well, which I love that I kept a family relationship with them. And so yeah, it's been a journey.
Wow.
Well, I ain't trying to get into your personal business, but after you said all of that, I
Uh-huh.
just want to know if you can donate some of your frequent flyer miles.
Because he's still
you,
using them.
Listen,
he go to the airport. They be like saying, brother, can you at least pay something because all your frequent flyer miles, you just cash them in. It's like because every
Because
time you
he's
see him,
still,
he's somewhere.
every time you see him,
Yeah.
every award show he's working
Uh,
with, um, even I think he was on Sunday Best at some point doing
Sunday Best as
backgrounds.
an actual, absolutely. I was a background vocalist for about 4 or 5 seasons with Sunday Best as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So I'm gonna laugh at you because we anytime now that you're in San Diego, we focus
mhm,
on our San Diego family. So
exactly.
I actually know when you are on stage because I could literally, well, if you have to walk, I know. Oh, there go DeWayne. I don't even have to hear your voice to even see you. I could just see the walk. I'm like, oh yeah, there go family right there.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I appreciate you guys just welcoming me and accepting me the way that you have. Your reception has been second to none. And any opportunity that you offer to me, I thank God for them. I always try to be there for you guys just because you have welcomed me. I'm moving into y'all's territory. And so it's just great to be connected to you all. And what you're doing is absolutely amazing. I love the way that you're promoting the artists here in San Diego because there's such amazing talent here. And I just believe that the world needs to know what is happening and what is continuing to happen here in San Diego. So thank you guys so much.
Well, let me say this. One of the things that so many people have said that have worked with you, have been in the Bayview, who have worked in any
Mhm.
portion of you, is how amazing you are as a teacher and a trainer. But what I've also noticed is that not only you're a teacher and a trainer, but you're a lifter up, putting people in position so that they can then find their own presence in the industry. Let's just talk about your mentorship and how that has really just blessed so many artists and young people.
Oh, thank you. So Donald said something during the finale when he was introducing what God is. He said, "We become so that others become."
Yes.
And that's one of the things that I definitely believe I live by that as well. So when I am sharing and when I'm training and teaching, I want to see people grow. I want to see them step into what they really have a heart and the desire to do. And so I've been blessed to be around so many great teachers. I mean, Donald Lawrence, what can you say? I mean,
Hmm.
to have him as a personal connection, a personal friend, personal touch
Hmm.
in music and ministry. And so taking the teaching that I've learned from him and from all of the groups that I've had an opportunity to be involved in, it gives me an opportunity to share that with the people that I work with. I am thankful for Bayview Church. That's my church. Those are my people. Pastor Terry, Lady Mo, my heart is completely with the Bayview Church. And so I enjoy teaching and training there because you have people that just have a willing heart.
Mhm.
They want to learn, they want to serve. And when you have people that are willing like that, it makes what you do so much easier. So people say that it seems effortless of what I do. It's just because I've been blessed to be around such great people and such great talent.
What people don't know about Kansas City is that you guys have some extraordinary talent.
Ooh,
Crystal
my goodness.
Rucker,
Yes.
Ace of
Tommy and
War,
Toby, Ace
Tommy
of
Toby,
War,
Ace of
Tommy
War,
Toby. Yep.
one of the greatest producers in this industry, and the Newton brothers. Let's talk
Yeah,
about
absolutely.
growing up around all this great talent that the world doesn't always know, but those that know.
Absolutely. Kansas City, I, it seems like it's kind of the nation's best secret,
Hmm.
best kept secret,
Hmm.
because it is amazing talent in Kansas City. And Kansas City, I this going to sound strange, but I can almost say Kansas City back in the day could rival any city, Chicago, Detroit,
Hmm.
any of them, because it was naturally born for them to sing, to do what it is that they do.
Hmm.
And so I'm grateful for being around such great talent in Kansas City, Missouri. I mean, I could start calling names that I would forget just because there were so many people. When I traveled with these stage plays, I would always come whenever we would come to Kansas City. I would put on a musical for the cast, and I would just have the entire cast come to this one church, Deliverance Temple Church of God in Christ,
Yes.
where everybody in that literally that's a family church, and everyone in that church could sing like toe to toe with anyone.
Hmm.
And I would literally just put Kansas City talent on display for those people that are traveling around the world to be able to see. It is amazing, amazing. Even to this day, there are still a number of artists that I can call that are in Kansas City that's really making some noise. So if you ever get a chance to, and you hear somebody from Kansas City singing, go support them because I guarantee you they're going to be a blessing.
So let me ask you this question,
Hmm.
because I didn't know it. You know how people talk about folk,
Hmm.
and so somebody was talking about you as an amazing father. Can you
Oh,
share
wow.
just a little bit about
Hmm.
your fatherhood and
His
because a lot
daughter,
of people don't know you
a
have
daughter.
a daughter.
I have a daughter and I have a granddaughter as
Wow.
well. Like
Hmm.
Okay.
I'm a granddad, and so
Right.
yeah, my daughter is 31 years old, beautiful, beautiful baby girl, and I I just kind of get giddy just talking about it because that's really I really think call it the love of my life. It was rocky in the beginning, of course, but just the relationship that she and I have built. When I moved to anywhere I moved, she always would move with me. So when I was in Atlanta, she was in Atlanta with me. When I was in Chicago, she was in Chicago with me. When I moved here to San Diego, she moved here to San Diego. And then my granddaughter was born, who was 3 now at this time. And so when she was born, of course, they moved back. They wanted to be closer to her grandmother. But I did everything with her. We toured together. I was when I would go out on the road, and she had some free time with school. We could take some schoolwork. Listen, go on the road with me. Just share life with me. We do life together so well, and that is really, really, really my heart.
Yeah, I wanted to share you to share that because my daughter is 35 and I got a
Hmm.
grandbaby who's now 10,
Hmm.
Hmm.
and you know, being a girl dad, you
Listen,
know, and having the only child, it's something special. And I
it
tell
really is.
people, my granddaughter and I have a very special bond
Hmm.
because she was born one day before my birthday,
Oh,
and
wow.
that was only because her mother was like, she needs her own birthday. She could have held out, but she
Uh,
she said,
she,
no, I'm
she,
gonna give her own birthday.
I
So,
love it. I love it.
in your travels,
Hmm.
in your different cities that you've lived in, you know,
Hmm.
we know that San Diego was your favorite, so we're not going to ask you to compare cities. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
No, definitely. Hands
Um,
down.
but in your travels and everything else, um, what was the best place or best experience that you traveled to that if anybody says come back, you would go
Oh my
anywhere in the world?
goodness. My goodness. I've been so many great places. Wow, you stumped me on. You stumped me on that one. No, I can honestly say Bermuda.
Bermuda, okay.
Bermuda is it's beautiful, beautiful country, but it is also full of people with such warm hearts,
Hmm.
such receiving, receptive people. And when I went there, I've been to Bermuda quite a few times. And the reason why I say that is because any place that caters to my daughter when she's with me, they got me. And that place, Bermuda, for some reason, my daughter was the princess of that territory. Like
Hmm.
they, everywhere we went, they treated her with such great, great reception, great hospitality, such kindness. They catered to her. And
Hmm.
it's not in many places that you could go and people cater. They want to cater to you as the artist, but
Right,
if, the people around you, it can be a whole nother story. But
right.
I could honestly say I've had some of my best experiences in Bermuda. It's been absolutely phenomenal. You said anywhere in the world,
Yeah,
so I
Right.
wanted
anywhere in
to,
the world. You know,
because of course San Diego is just it's carte blanche. You can't
yeah,
top San Diego,
No,
yeah,
you can't, to be
greatest city in
honest.
the world.
yeah.
That's true.
And Robert, I'm not going to ask you a question because you might ask this. I ain't going to ask you a question, but I
Okay.
got this other thing. If you were to um, select three artists,
Hmm.
up and coming, not established, but three artists that are up and coming that you would want to produce and put a stamp on them to the next level, who would those three be?
Uh, Up and coming artists. I to me, so it's like all the up and coming artists because of the way that technology is. So many people are gaining such a fan base just off of what they do online,
Hmm.
socially.
Social media. Hmm.
Yeah, exactly. It's really creating a platform for a lot of creatives to come to really kind of branch forward. So I could say a name and then it would almost be like they might be established because I don't really
Right,
you don't really know, you can't always tell.
right.
But I mean now, and y'all gonna think I'm just saying this to be saying this, but anything and any time that I could do anything with Eddie Baltrip and fulfillment,
Hmm.
hands down. But
Hmm.
they're established, so that's the
Yes.
reason why I'm like it's
Right,
hard to
right.
really kind of
Hmm.
pull cats out of the hat with kind of up and coming artists.
Hmm.
Uh,
Well, even if they're established, it's something when there's something about the miracle of what I call collaboration. And
Absolutely,
so maybe I should ask the
absolutely.
question: who would you want to collaborate with at this point in your ministry, in your career?
In my ministry, oh man, even though we do, I really love and I have a heart for Lena Bird Miles.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
She we whenever we get together, it's just like two little kids. Like we've
Hmm.
been brother and sister forever. She calls me her CC to my BB.
Hmm.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
so definitely Lena. Lena, of course, I mentioned Eddie, um, and actually there's a worship leader. She's actually from San Diego, as a matter of fact, Tanika Wyatt.
Okay.
Yes, she's getting ready to record soon.
She's getting ready to record this next month, and she's such a phenomenal talent.
Yes, she
I
is.
just met her. We really just connected earlier last year,
Hmm.
Hmm.
but to watch what God has done with her, to be she was on The Voice.
Yes,
She was. There's so many things that she's been doing, and I see the passion, I see
yes,
the heart, I see the talent,
yes,
I see the respect for her gift, I
hmm,
see the respect for her salvation.
yes,
Hmm.
All of that is always on display.
Hmm.
And when you work with people like that, I mean, you know that what you're going to produce is
Yeah.
it's going to be what the nation is.
Yeah, and she was actually again she been on our radio show multiple times interviewing, but she was just recently in our studio recording something that for a movie track.
Wow. See, I
But
love that.
here's the funny thing is that the people that you mentioned yourself,
Hmm.
Eddie Baltrip, and Tanika Wyatt, and Robert Earl Dean are
Hmm.
all going to be on the NFL choir experience that is coming in the new year.
That's right.
And I didn't know that those were the people that you want to, but
Yeah. I
it's
didn't
going
know
to
that those were the
be
names.
amazing.
yes. It is.
Yeah,
It
that's
is.
phenomenal. That's great. That's
And
great. So
and you
God has
know,
already worked that out.
Yes.
and the funny thing is too, I did a project some years ago. It
Hmm.
was a project for independent artists that I wanted to help. Tanika Wyatt was one of those. Um,
Hmm.
Tashina Danielle, people know her from the Oakland area,
Yep.
sung
Yep.
with
Yep.
Andre
Hmm.
Crouch.
Mm-hmm.
and Lene Battle was on that project.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you have a heart, and it's funny because you have a heart like the John P. Keys. You have a heart
Mm-hmm.
like the Donald Lawrences. You guys like planting seeds with others. Is that how
Absolutely.
when the singers meet came
With Singers
together?
Meet, yeah.
Let's tell people about
Absolutely,
that
yeah.
because that was a baby of yours.
Absolutely. But with Singers Meet is my choir. They're from Kansas City, Missouri as well. So when you hear Let Go and God Is and all of those different songs, those are my babies, the singing. I have a few of them that's here with me. We're shooting a video for somehow today. So I have a few of them that are in town. They flew in town just to be with me as well. But when Singers Meet, believe it or not, I was challenged in Kansas City to do a concert. I had been on the road. I had been traveling with the stage play. I had started traveling with Donald Lawrence. I had done the things with John P. Key, but I never did a full blown concert in Kansas City. And so one of the previous radio announcers, he was like, "DeWayne, why don't you do a concert?" So I handpicked a bunch of singers that would just to be the background for the concert.
Mhm.
Right before we did the actual concert, we did a teaser at an event, and Rick Dillon was there, and he heard the group sing, and he was like, "DeWayne, your choir sounds amazing. Like, what are y'all doing?" I was like, "We're just doing a concert. It's not really my choir or anything like that." He told me, he said, "You need to really rethink that because those singers are impeccable." And so we did the concert. Donald came, Kirk Park came, a few of my mentors. They were all in the room, and everybody said the exact same thing. What you have here is special. And so when singers meet again, all handpicked singers that I've literally grown up with. People within when singers meet, we've shared relationships for well over 40 years.
Wow.
And so yeah, so just to be able to have all of them together to do ministry with me has always been amazing. It's been a minute since we've all worked together. So we're going back because Let Go was certified platinum.
Hmm.
And
What?
so, because yeah, so with
Congratulations.
them, so yeah, that's a blessing. And so we're gonna do a big celebration, and I'm doing a reunion with Singers Meet in November. So I am so very excited about that because
That was my
I've been
next.
keeping up. Yeah, I've been keeping up with everybody. They really kept their chops up. We have to say it that whatever you do within your church, when you come back to us, you do what we do. That's
That's
what you do at your church. And
that's
so
right.
they've all been working to keep their chops up. So I'm excited about that.
Well, some sing with you guys with Donald Lawrence too. Isn't them some of your
Absolutely.
singers?
That's what Donald said. You come in and just steal all my singers. He stole like company, that whole soprano
Yeah.
section were all singers with me.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Same thing with Tri City. A few of my sopranos and one of my altos is also traveling with Tri City singers. And so I've really been blessed to be around tremendous talent.
Well, with your world renowned ability to do
Mhm.
what you do, have you ever thought about maybe doing a 2 day conference, going home every year, all things meet in Kansas City for the reunion, basically? And I could see a TV show where you go home every single year and you not only work with the Kansas City, but you present new talent, new songs,
That's great.
in the city that you were known for and where you
Yeah.
originated from. I think a lot of times when we relocate to our what we call our destination city that we plan to do life with,
Hmm.
we always say it's always good to go back home for people to see that you can leave home and still love home.
Absolutely, and still pour into home as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
And so that's actually a great idea. I'm gonna give you credit, but I'm gonna take that idea.
But
Take
he
that
took
idea.
you took my thing because I was going to say Dwayne should go home and do a Dwayne Woods presents and just do an album of all the artists that you want to do, like the Andre
Yeah,
Crouches did, and like
yeah, that sounds
um,
amazing.
well, Kurt Carr haven't done it as exactly yet, but Andre Crouch is known for producing Tata Vega, was known for producing
Hmm.
Crystal,
Chris Rankin,
and
Christian
all those
Murder.
people,
Yeah,
Crystal Murden and
yeah,
all those people.
hmm
You should really consider about because you are a producer.
yeah, absolutely.
And do you have your own print, music print, label
Yes.
I
print?
do, I do. Yeah, Soul
Then
Therapy Music.
boom, you can just place everybody in the songs that you want them to sing and help push it that way as well.
That's phenomenal. Yeah, I'm taking that idea. So yeah, it's good
Because
as
Yeah.
good as
because you
gold
could
now.
do it. The
Yeah,
musicians, you got the
absolutely.
Newtons, you got Asaph. You've worked with all those
Hmm.
people, so you have formative relationships.
Absolutely.
And one of the things, the reason why it came to my spirit is that um, you have the ability to bring in other mentors that
Hmm.
could
Mm-hmm.
literally impact. And just
Mm-hmm.
as the Edwin Hawkins Music and Arts Seminar,
Yeah.
I would believe that people would travel. And what I'm thinking is in the mind of what Yolanda and they did when you were young. What was it called again?
Young Artists for Christ.
Yeah,
Well, Young Artist for Christ,
Yep.
yeah,
The
yeah.
Michael Brooks started.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
It's just such a need now
It
for
is.
us
It
to
is.
continue to pour in to this up and coming generation because
Absolutely.
I believe that if we don't do that,
Mm-hmm.
the church and the body of Christ and gospel music as a whole is going to literally lose the essence that what makes us so special. And
Absolutely.
we have to take the time to literally slow our young people down
Mm-hmm.
and say, let us show you, because right now a lot of people are just gigging,
Yeah.
and,
Literally.
and they're not really in the mindset of ministry.
No.
And one of the things that I've noticed about what you have brought to the Bayview Baptist Church and other places is that they're learning how to be effective ministers.
Absolutely.
In
Absolutely.
their home
That's
church.
wonderful. Absolutely.
And I think that's important because when we grew up, we were faithful to our church. The outside stuff was the extra stuff,
That was
but
extra. Yep.
but you
Absolutely.
learned
For
your
sure.
craft. You learned
Hmm.
everything being in your body of believers. And now these young people want quick fixes, so they jump and go to clubs and sing and all that stuff. And I'm not saying it's a sin, but you cultivate your gospel in the gospel
Absolutely.
church.
Yeah.
And you cultivate your gift as well, because the church will let you know
Yes,
if it's
sir.
good, and they will let you know if it's bad.
Yes, sir.
And so yeah, I believe like a lot of we in gospel, we really are blessed because we get training that people go places and spend money
Yes, sir.
to make happen. We get that training easily because pastors have really understood. Sometimes it takes some people that understand, some people with some knowledge, some people with a little bit of personality that can help come in and cultivate a music culture within the churches and build that. And so we got our training in church. I mean, I went to performing arts. I studied music, but my real training, understanding heart, understanding what it means to get the house,
Right.
understanding all of that stuff. We learned that in church from
Yes,
your
sir.
church members that love you and that pour into you and say, okay, yeah, you've got this gift. We want to see it flourish.
Well, okay, so now everybody feels like they need to ask questions and interview. So I'm going to online and also to the app. The first
No
question from
problem.
the people that are listening on the app, this one says that as you listen to the different gospel music artists, has anybody that you heard where you say stop and said, "Who's that?"
Oh, yes. Absolutely. J. Okay, so J.J. Harris
Mm.
has a unique ability of putting together great singers as
Yes,
well.
sir. Yes,
And
sir.
so one of my singers actually travels with him as well, Mignon Bolton. She travels with him, but there's a young lady, and I knew her prior to singing with JJ, but it's just the impact that she's made even within what she does with JJ Harrison, Danisha Ballard.
Denisha Ballard. I knew he was going to say that. I knew it.
She's one of those ones that whenever she opens her mouth, I mean, it's almost the voice of God. It's almost the voice of God coming out of the word, the revelation, the heart, the presentation, all of that. I'm enamored by her, and I just gotta take a minute and just listen to that material all the time because she really has it, and I love the fact that she knows the word,
Mhm.
so she doesn't survive off of tricks and a bunch of
Right.
rhymes and all of that. She builds her platform saying, "I'm getting ready to sing the word to you.
Mhm.
I got
You're
chill
going to
bumps.
understand this song because this is where it comes from in the word. I want that word to break out." And so yeah, she's like one of my favorites.
Mine too.
Okay.
Yeah,
That I like her rasp. I like her preachy
that
singing.
absolutely yes,
And
very much
see,
so.
Ashley was a similar style,
Similar to
and
yep,
that JJ
absolutely,
pushed as well.
absolutely. She was the
Yeah.
exact same.
Okay. Going to Facebook.
Okay,
This is a request. How
okay.
about a local conference on praise? I would love to learn more about praise and worship as a worship leader and ministry. She said ministry reset.
Oh, absolutely. It's funny that she put that in because I literally just had a So the music ministry at Bayview, we're called magnification, basically. Oh, magnify the Lord with me and let us exalt his name together is the base scripture for it.
Hmm.
And so what we do in magnification basically presents the presence of God to the people. And so we were talking about some different concepts and stuff that we wanted to do for the remainder of this year and next year. And one of the things that I mentioned to them was a vocal praise and worship excellence program that we're going to start at Bayview. And that's going to be one of those things that we're going to actually open up to the public, because I would love for people to come, worship leaders that want to hone in on their craft, that want to understand more technically what they need to do, stage presence, all of that stuff, vocal exercises, anything that deals with praise and worship and vocal, we want it to be excellent. And so that's going to be a program that's going to be coming up. Actually, we're going to try to launch it in September. And so that'll be something that people will be able to kind of get some information on. In fact, if you're in the San Diego area, you'll be able to come and free of charge, just come and learn, just sit and learn. It's not
Wow.
rehearsal or anything like that. We're literally doing training for what it is that we need to do to make sure that we're effective in ministry in our churches.
Wow, that's awesome. I want to say personally that I thank you for being such a nice, down to earth person. And
My pleasure.
we have a mutual love for one of our sisters. And we were
That's
just
right.
talking. I told you were coming on the show, and she said she loves your spirit. Yolanda Adams loves you, and I love her.
I love
But
her.
we
Yeah,
talk about
I
you.
do.
We talk
Yes,
about you
and
all
I
the
talk
time.
about her too.
Yeah.
And I so appreciate it. Yolanda has been since day one. She has been just so inspirational in my life, and anytime I see her, it's great. It's gonna sound funny, but it is literally great to be recognized by greatness.
Yes.
And anytime Yolanda sees me, the reception is always the same. She's one of those ones that's also, whenever my daughter's around, she treats her just like she's her daughter as well. And so I love Yolanda, and I really appreciate that relationship, that covenant that God has placed between us. It's really great.
So before we go to this new song, tell
hmm
us what you have planned for the future, and if you're available this week. I don't know if you're coming to Bayside Gospel. Let me know so we can make sure you're there. Um,
Absolutely.
but
You got my folks on there. I gotta show my face. You got
okay,
my people on
all right.
there.
So your name is on the list,
Thank you, sir. Thank
and
you, sir.
let's talk about what your future plans are. And watch this. I'm put you on the spot. And is San Diego your final destination, as so far as living? And because what he did, he been all over the world, and then he said if you live in the United States, you blessed, and if you live in California, you doubly
But he's been
blessed.
here about 8
But
years,
wait a minute, let me
I've been
finish. Let me
almost
finish.
10. Almost
You
10.
interrupted my flow.
so it's probably longer
Yeah.
Okay,
here.
but I'm
He
trying to
was
get there.
Okay.
But if
his
you
bar.
live
He
in
was getting
San
bars
Diego,
together.
yeah, if you live in San Diego, you part of the chosen few. So
That's
we
right.
just want to know is the chosen few city gonna be the final destination, or at least have a permanent home?
I honestly believe so. I love San Diego. I love living in San Diego. I mean, we pay for the sun, we pay for all of that, but
Oh yes,
but
Lord.
it's well worth it. It's definitely well worth it. And so, will San Diego be my final destination? I'm not really sure. I'm always open to what God is doing. I've been traveling all my life and moving all my life, and so if there's a call, I gotta go. But my roots right now are really settled here in San Diego. And so future for me, we're actually finishing we're finishing up an EP. I've been doing it for the last, I don't know, I've been doing this EP for about 3 or 4 years now. Because I
Everybody.
want it right. Yeah. I want, when it's released, I want it to be right. And because music is in um such a place when it comes down to praise and worship, where gospel music is going. I want to make sure that what we put out is what the people really need to hear. And so we've been going through the concept of it, and working. I have about 5 songs. I have 2 more
Hmm.
that I'm going to do, and we're hoping to we wanted to release this fall, and so that might still be a possibility because everything else is pretty much done. We got 2 more songs to do, which we did knock out in a couple of months, and so I'm excited. Of course, San Diego is going to be released. A lot of things that we're going to be doing here in the San Diego area. And of course, y'all put the seed in me. Definitely going back to Kansas City as well and doing some things too.
Amen.
It's
Well,
awesome.
let's talk about the new cut that we're gonna introduce today.
Oh,
Who wrote it?
wow.
Who produced on it? Why didn't God Radio get a cameo where we could have been like, hey y'all? I was-
It's
Don't
in the
worry, I got y'all
future.
wait,
for the
wait.
EP. I got y'all for the
Okay.
Right,
EP.
right, right.
Wait a
You
minute.
know,
Wait a
y'all
minute.
y'all more than a single. Y'all get the whole
Wait
EP.
a minute. Wait a minute. It'd be like, you know how folks be like, oh, I'm singing with DeWayne Woods and everybody in black. You got that one person that gonna wear purple shoes so they can be seen.
And they ain't gonna
They
sing.
can be seen. Yeah,
And they
exactly.
ain't gonna sing. They're gonna be sat down.
Baby, go take them shoes
Hmm.
off and get some black shoes on.
Get some
Right.
black shoes on. You know you're supposed to do right.
Let's talk about this new single. Who's a part of it and all of that.
Absolutely. So somehow has been a work in progress since 2014, believe it or not. It was going to go on my last record that I released, Life Lessons. Um, but it was so eclectic that it fit, but it didn't fit.
Hmm.
And so I told the producer's name is Zeke Listenby. Zeke actually did Ricky Dillard's latest project as well. He produced Ricky Dillard's latest project. He's incredible. I mean, he could play every instrument. Incredible writer. But one of the things that I love about him is his style is very, very, very eclectic. It's very creative. And so when you listen to Somehow, there's so many different flavors in it. It's got that New Orleans bounce to it. Of course, it's down home gospel. It's got a little bit of pop to it, a little bit of country. All of that is mixed into this one particular song. But when I first heard it, the message of it, the fact that you could really be down, you could really be in a place where you feel like the God is not moving, God is not working,
Hmm.
and then all of a sudden you'll be in a moment where the light comes on. You'll be in a moment where just things flip, things change. You'll be in a moment where you see things different, and you realize that somehow I don't know how he did it, but God came through for me, and that's the message of the song. And so I'm really excited about it. People they've really taken to this song. Thank you guys so much for pushing it the way that you have been pushing it as well. I'm just excited. It's great to put new music in the marketplace, but it's also scary too because you
Yes.
never know how people will receive it. But people have really been gracious to us, and so it's been out for a little bit. We're doing the visual for it now just so we can kind of make some more noise with it. I think it's going to really be something for
I want to ask this as a
Because
sidebar
I have
before
one
you
more
get
question.
as a
them.
sidebar because I've been asking gospel artists a lot because you said country, and
Hmm.
so my question is, have you learned boots on the ground yet?
The funny thing is, I never, I can't honestly say that I've been in a setting where I've heard the full song. Like
Uh,
I always catch snippets of it. Now, about learning to dance, I got two left feet. So if
That's
if
me too. That's
it's
me
gonna
too.
be it's gonna take a miracle,
Yes.
Jesus, John, and 12 disciples to to
I,
get me
I
to learn that
always
movement.
But he can sing.
Yeah,
That's the key. He
but
can
I always
sing.
tell folks
Exactly.
that as a man, we don't have to dance hard. All we gotta do is rock back and forth, let everybody do the work.
Exactly. Exactly. Let them do all the work. We just get it. Y'all catch us in there sometime.
Yeah.
Now, my last question is, how did you collaborate with the Anthony Hamilton and Dave Hollister, two of my favorite male
Oh
vocalists?
man, those are my guys. Of course, Dave and I have been friends for many many years. Um, we toured together with a play, stage play. He was a part of my when I got married. He was a part of my wedding.
Hmm.
They that's my guy. That's my genuine brother.
Hmm.
And I was working on a tour actually with Myron Butler. It was myself, Myron Butler, Jonathan Nelson, Ted Wing, Coco from FWB, and another young lady that they were introducing. Her name was Tarshay Hamilton, who's Anthony Hamilton's ex-wife. And I developed a relationship with Anthony, while we were doing that tour. And so I just reached out one day when we heard the song. I was like, I think I feel like I need somebody else on the song with me. And management and I just started talking. We started going through names. And I said, let's do Dave. They was like, oh, yeah, let's do Dave. And then I would listen to it again. I said, no, let's do Anthony. And I listened to the song again. I was like, but I feel like Dave could be good right here. So then I just had everybody go in the studio. They recorded the full song, and then I just spliced it up in the sections that I kept hearing the both of their voices.
Hmm.
And that's how it all came about.
Man, you hear what he said? He had them sing the whole song, and then
I did.
he spliced it up. That's when you know you got
I
relationship.
did.
When you
Yeah.
got
I made them go in. I even went to the studio. Dave wanted to do it at a time that I couldn't get here to California. I wasn't able to play for so they made it happen. But I actually went to Charlotte and went to the studio session with Anthony, and I still have his vocals. I really wish that I could do a remix of the song
You can.
because I I should. I really should.
Right.
Because the way that Anthony sounded like an old deacon at a Baptist church, the way he came in with it. So I really kept a lot of his flavor that we know Anthony for.
Right.
But the way he started off that, it felt like a mourner's bench.
And he's
At
a church
Baptist
man.
church.
He's a church man.
Kid. Yeah,
He's-
absolutely.
These are
he's a church
gospel
kid. So
singers,
it's
Dave
all-
Hollister.
It's all in him. That heart, that soul, it is all in him. So
Yes.
I had the time of my life making that happen. And we've done it a few times together too. Those are just my guys. I have a relationship with them.
Wow.
all right. So here's the thing. I'm gonna have you introduce the song, but before that, tell people how they can contact you, connect with you, get some producing, vocal training, all of that good stuff. And y'all be nice in the DMs. You know,
That's right.
He don't be putting nothing in there that he gonna have to pray for you on. You know, tell them how they can connect with you.
I am everywhere on social media. Most of my handles are DWOODYD. That's my handle on Instagram. That's my handle on Twitter or X, and I think everything, even down to Facebook. And so anytime you hit me, it's always me that's responding. I'm always the one that's engaging. So anytime you hit me, you will definitely catch me. Let me know what you're looking for. Let me know what things, if there's any way that I can help you, any way I can help your ministry, your group, whatever it is, I'm definitely available and open. We love it.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. Introduce the song. We're gonna play it and get people's feedback. Well, we've been playing it, but we're gonna do it one more time this way. And then
I appreciate it.
Then once the video is done, we're gonna bring it back, and then we're gonna play the video live so that they can
Yes,
see
sir. Yes, sir.
see what you do, because you're doing that in San Diego.
Yeah.
I'm doing it in San Diego with San Diego people too. I love it. I'm
Yeah.
excited. Well, thank you so much again. Well, number one, thank you all for having me this morning.
Thank
this
you.
Was, this was so much fun, such a pleasure for me. And anytime, I always tell y'all, anytime y'all need me, I want to make sure that I am there. So thank you for what you do and for pushing the way that you are.
Watch this, Rob. You ready for it? Social media says we like to see him come in the studio.
That's right. Yeah, but listen, tell me when, give me the address, and I'm there. I got y'all covered. I promise.
Good.
Yes.
But this right here is my latest single that they're getting ready to play. It's called Somehow. And I really pray that this message really blesses you, because understand, no matter what it is that you're going through, trust God, because somehow it's going to always come through for you.
All right, this is Somehow by the incomparable voice of Mr. DeWayne Woods, right here on GOD Radio 1.
.com.